Now, Team GB has taken part in the opening ceremony at the Winter Olympics in South Korea. Athletes from North and South Korea are marching under a pro-unification flag. One group, though, not taking part, the 45 Russian athletes and 2 coaches who were banned from the Pyeongchang Games just hours before the event got underway. We're going to show you some live pictures now from that opening ceremony there, Pyeongchang in South Korea. The 23rd Winter Olympics is now underway. Very, very cold there. And we're going to speak to our Asia correspondent, Katie Stallard-Blanchette. She joins us from right outside. Katie, this Winter Olympics perhaps marked more by its political drama than by potential sporting ones.
Yeah, we're seeing both sport and politics playing out in the stadium behind me tonight, where the opening ceremony is underway. Those Russian athletes that you mentioned, the 169 Russian athletes who were cleared to compete as individuals, have just marched into the stadium under a neutral flag. So they will march under the Olympic banner. If they win medals, it will be the Olympic theme that is played, and they are marching in that stadium in neutral tracksuits. They just have a small emblem that says Olympic athlete from Russia, but under the terms of their participation here, they're not allowed to have the Russian tricolour or any other references to being from the Russian Federation. The images we're all waiting for here are what I think the hosts will hope will be one of the defining moments of these games, which is the athletes from North and South Korea who are going to march into this stadium together under the same flag. They are also forming at this Winter Olympics their first joint Olympic team. The women's ice hockey players will take to the ice as one under the single name Korea. So we are seeing moves here warming from both Korea's North and South. We've also seen today the younger sister of Kim Jong-un, Kim Yo-jong, has arrived in South Korea. She flew in on her brother's private jet, and she becomes the first member of the ruling family there to cross the border here into South Korea since the Korean War. She has also met the president of South Korea, Moon Jae-in, just ahead of this opening ceremony. That is potentially quite significant. That's the most senior, most high-level contact that we've had between these two countries for quite some years. But where we seem to be seeing progress there, I think the opposite is perhaps the case with the relationship between South Korea and the United States. The United States is represented here by the Vice President Mike Pence. He has spent today meeting defectors from North Korea, telling them that they inspire him, and he has said that his mission here is to counter what he calls the propaganda from the North Korean regime. He is very clear. He keeps repeating that the international community should be isolating North Korea. So it's difficult to reconcile that with what we're seeing from the American ally, South Korea, who appear to be greeting the North Korean delegation pretty warmly here in Pyeongchang. But I think, as you say, the coming weeks here at the Winter Olympics, we will see both high-level sport and politics playing out in these venues behind us.
And a very apparent security presence there as well, Katie. We can hear some of those helicopters going over your head there.
It's not clear how much of that is to do with security and how much to do is to do with broadcasting this opening ceremony. Certainly, I think we've seen both. There is a great deal of security in place, as you can imagine. This has been described as the most secure Winter Olympic Games ever. And I think it's probably worth just remembering as we stand here tonight that it wasn't so long ago that there were questions about whether it was even safe to have the Games here. We're 50 miles from the North Korean border and what is the world's most heavily militarized border. So the fact that we are standing here tonight talking about the Olympic values of peace and harmony, which are the themes of the ceremony behind us, does represent some quite significant movement from where we were, as I say, just really a very short time ago here.
Katie, thank you.